I'm gonna go leave the link now.
Yes.
It's show.
It's showtime.
What is up, bitches and faggots alike?
I'm made of fire today.
You made fire?
Yeah, I'm made of fire.
Good job. Oh, happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yep, happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much.
And you
So
made
did you
fire.
actually go out and shoot shit like you were planning?
I did. I completely annihilated a 1990s computer monitor with an AR-15.
So did the other two guns do any damage like you thought they wouldn't, or?
We didn't take the shotgun because we didn't have any rounds for it. The 9mm, first we tried a hollow point. That did absolutely fucking nothing to the screen other than
Wow.
nicked a couple tiny bits out of it. The bullet basically mushroomed and exploded upon contact. Then we shot it with a full metal jacket out of the 9mm, and that penetrated the screen, but not the entire monitor. So then we shot it with the AR-15, and that completely blew through it.
Nice.
Wait. So the didn't even go through the screen the first rounds?
Nope. It didn't even break the screen. It chipped it very, very
What you're
slightly.
saying?
Yes.
Wow. That's
Hollow points are not meant for hard targets. Hollow points are meant for soft targets. Did Teddy just lag out?
I don't know. No, I can hear
I'm
him.
right here. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're all good.
Alright, the link's posted in the group.
Cool.
So, new news today. Apparently, Professor X is going to be bald.
That's news. I thought everybody already knew that.
Are they using the
Well,
same
he
actor, like the
says-
younger guy?
Yep. And he supposedly says why he's bald.
Because he
Right.
fucking shit head.
He says he goes through something horrible and painful that and then he ends up pulling out some of his hair and it falls out. Yeah. Yeah.
That is one of those things I really just don't feel needs to be explained. Why is Professor X bald? Because he's a guy and he has male pattern baldness. The end.
I would have
Right.
honestly, I always just thought he just shaved his head and just never really bothered to grow the hair back. Either that or he was some kind of cancer patient or some shit. I don't fucking know.
I always just figured he was old and bald. And
Yeah,
maybe like Captain Picard bald, and he just shaves the rest of it so he doesn't have that crown line.
Okay. Also, tomorrow there's supposed to be a Batman vs Superman sneak peek, according to this information. Mañana,
What was up?
baby, tomorrow. There's gonna be another Batman vs Superman sneak peek tomorrow, right?
Oh joy.
We just need to see the movie
And,
before we see the movie.
Right, and they just put out two new pictures of Ben Affleck as Batman, kind of leaping, and Henry Cavill Superman like flying with one arm up in the air, and it's like, look, costumes.
And I'm betting you hated the Batman picture just because it was Ben Affleck on it.
Oh, sure, of course.
John, did you know that Teddy thinks of Ben Affleck every time he takes a shit?
I hate Ben Affleck too. So Well, no, I take that back. I don't hate him. I hate the movies he's in. The movies he's in, I've never really had a problem with his acting. I just hate the movies in general. Like Daredevil, acting was fine, story was shit.
I've never really had an opinion either way on Ben Affleck. I've always had what that one dude said about Charlie Sheen at the roast. He's kind of like Christian Slater. Like, he sucks, but he's good, but he sucks.
Yeah.
Like, he's not great, but he's serviceable. But I mostly know him from Kevin Smith movies, so I mostly know him as a comedic actor.
Mostly, but I mean, he's taken on other roles. Like why? Like he was in Shakespeare with Shakespeare in Love, for some reason.
Well, give him a break. Every fucking actor tries to go out of their fucking comfort zone every so often.
Sure. I mean,
And
Michael
would
Keaton.
you want your entire career to be nothing but Kenneth movies?
No, I wouldn't.
Because he always plays like, let's see, in the first one he was in was Mallrats, and that was when he played the fucking dude who tries to fuck women up the ass. Like, that's his whole lot in life, is to fuck women in the ass. And then he was in Chasing Amy, which I guess was a dramatic movie. Kind of dramatic, kind of comedy, romantic comedy, I guess. And then he was in Dogma, which I think might be the first movie I ever saw Ben Affleck in. And Matt Damon, for that matter. So I'll always know them as Bartleby and Loki. And I love both of them in that movie. I love that movie. Dogma might be the best movie he made.
Might be.
Hey, there we go.
I remember.
For a topic,
Yeah.
let's talk Kevin Smith movies.
Alright, I just got a message in the thing from Kareem requesting that we read the Popo story today that he put in the thing yesterday when we were planning it. So we can do that later, I guess. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I lost Arkham.
Hello, Arkham.
Arkin.
But I said
I'm not gonna lie though. If you ever decide to actually do a different YouTube channel, you should just name it Arcane's Asylum.
Anyway, Teddy, I suggested as a subject we discuss Kevin Smith's movies, because he's had kind of a fall from grace recently.
Is he the dude who did Mall Cop or?
No, Mallrats, the Jay and Silent Bob guy.
Oh yeah, I always thought the dude from like King of Queens and all that was also named Kevin Smith.
That's Kevin James.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I get their names mixed up all the time too, honestly.
So his first film is Clerks.
And Clerks is a fantastic movie for what it is.
Right. But I don't think he grew much from
Even more than for what it is. It's a genuinely good movie. Even with a budget, it would have been fine. It's a funny idea for a movie, just too good. Basically, it's, regular nerds guys just hanging out talking stupid shit. You know what always fucking bothered me? All those goddamn contractors on the Death Star that got killed for no reason. And you're like, yeah!
And that was the most interesting about it was the pop culture conversations, because that wasn't something people did in movies,
Yeah, but it's something real people do in real life, too.
Right. But no, not in the movies, right? and it was kind of a 1-2 punch from that and Pulp Fiction, right? Where they were just, or in Reservoir Dogs, where Quentin Tarantino was throwing in pop culture references, TV shows from the 70s, talk about Silver Surfer and The Thing. He looks like The Thing, right? Nobody was doing that at the time. But clearly Quentin Tarantino is the better filmmaker, right?
Oh, well, fuck yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think Quentin Tarantino could make a very good comedy movie.
Yeah, I don't say it. He seems too serious.
His shit would be like too witty to the point where it would be kind of irritating.
Yeah, it is a little bit. There's some people who he rubs the wrong way.
Sometimes he attempts to. I don't know. I'm thinking about Inglourious Bastards right now and how that movie was basically marketed as a comedy, and when you watch it, it is so not a comedy movie. It's a movie. It's a movie that's making an active attempt to make Nazis scary again. Because Nazis are always like the butt of the joke. They're comical villains now at this point. Ha ha, Nazis. That movie was like, no, seriously, motherfucker, Nazis were fucking scary at the time. They'd be all pleasant with your ass, and then you'd see all the joy just melt out of their face as they started accusing you of shit.
Yeah. Am I one of the only people who didn't like that movie, though? Inglourious Bastards?
I loved Inglourious Bastards so much. I was just very, very thrown off by what I saw in the movie compared to what I saw in the trailer, because the trailer not only played it off as kind of a comedy movie, but it also made it seem like there was going to be way, way more of an emphasis on the actual bastards themselves. They're not in the movie that much. Especially the first half of the movie, they're not really in it at all.
And Michael Fassbender's part, I thought he was going to have a bigger part.
Yeah. Mike Myers slid right by me the first time I watched that movie.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
I was watching the credits, I was like, where the fuck was Mike Myers in this movie? And I watched it again, I'm like, how the hell did I not notice him the first time?
It's just funny he actually got in the movie. I don't know why Quentin did that.
His original idea for the Bear Jew was Adam Sandler.
That's funny. Although Adam Sandler and Mike Myers would not be in a movie together.
I can see Adam Sandler in that role, and I'm actually kind of sad he didn't get that role. I can see him coming out with that dirty wife beater on, holding a baseball bat, looking all pissed off, ready to beat a Nazi to death. I can actually see that. I think he would have been perfect for that role, actually. It might be because I hate who got the role. What the fuck is his name? Eli Roth?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Is it? Yeah, I hate Eli Roth. Like, I hate him. I can't stand him.
I don't like him either. He's kind of a Michael Bay, kind of a Brett Ratner. He's a pro.
He is the Michael Bay of horror movies.
Yes. Even though Michael Bay has made his own horror movies. He produced the Chainsaw Massacre and Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
We've already completely gotten off the topic of Kevin Smith, so I guess let's just keep going. Michael Bay has one movie that I think is genuinely good.
Pain and Gain? I heard Pain and Gain was a interesting movie.
Pain and Gain it's worth seeing. I'll just say that. It is worth seeing. But I was talking about The Island. I like The Island.
Never seen it.
I haven't seen that.
It's derivative as all hell. It's very derivative of I'm just gonna spoil it for you because if you're even half as fucking good as I am at calling shit in movies, you'll call it right away. They're all clones, and you can tell they're clones because they're people that live in a super advanced future sci-fi society, and they wear white outfits. They're fucking clones.
And they all get to go to an island, but there is no island.
Island. The
They
island.
get chopped up for parts, right?
Yes. The island is code for they're ready to be harvested. They're basically people that are grown for other people to have. They clone people so that they can have organs to transplant into them. Or maybe they can't have a child, so they clone a version of you that is fertile, and then it gives birth, and then you just kill the clone. Probably
Right, something.
that was probably one of the darkest things I've ever seen in a movie. The giving birth and then immediately, like, just exterminating her. And, like, it shows this close-up of her eyes, like she can't tell what the fuck's going on. She just knows something's wrong, and then she dies, and it cuts to Ewan McGregor's face, and he's like, oh my fucking god! This is so not what they told us it was. But I like the movie.
Well, it's
not-
got Scarlett Johansson in it too.
Yeah. It has one. It has one scene that really bugs the shit out of me. It's a really, really, really blatant Xbox product placement. Like, in the future, we're still going to be playing the fucking Xbox, the original Xbox. But it's just stupid. Like, Xbox sponsored virtual reality boxing.
Oh, nice.
And that's what
Why not a new Xbox? You know? Why not a new Xbox, like the Xbox 5000 or something?
I don't know. The cast is good, though. You got Ewan McGregor, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Clark Duncan, Steve Buscemi. Fuck, what is his... I always forget his name. The guy who dies and everything.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Sean Bean is the villain.
You're drunk. Yeah.
There's this black fella that's in the movie that I've seen. I think he might have been the fucking dude from fucking goddamn it, Guardians of the Galaxy at the very beginning.
Anthony Mackie.
Who?
Anthony Mackie.
The black dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's in it. I'm not sure. It might be someone else.
If we're talking about Pain and Gain, his name's Anthony Mackie. I have the movie list for actors pulled up on my phone.
We're talking about the island.
Oh.
And the black guy, he was in Blood Diamond.
Yes. Yes. I'm pretty sure he's in that movie. If not, then sorry, actor.
I get the who confused with the This Is Madness.
Oh,
He get that one bald black guy. Which one bald black guy? You know, the one bald. Yeah.
the movie Armageddon is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Armageddon has a big cast. I mean, Michael Bay has access to the big casts. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's a power.
Were you talking about Michael Clark Duncan for the black guy?
No, but he is in the movie.
Some other guy.
There's like... well. Yeah, I see who you're talking about, but his name's too complicated to try and sound out without butchering it.
Anyway, Armageddon has a great cast, and it's got a plot that's just ridiculous enough to make you want to see what happens.
Plus it has that song at the end of the movie that everybody plays during their weddings and shit like that.
Don't wanna miss a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, they got the hookup on the music for that movie. I bet that they paid for all the Aerosmith music just by casting Liv Tyler.
Yep. Probably.
Steven Tyler was like, look, if you fucking cast my daughter in this movie, we'll give you like 6 of our songs for free. And he is like, all right, everybody likes Aerosmith.
Do it.
But I love the movie, I really do. It's so much fun to watch, and like every character is memorable. Even that guy actors are memorable in that movie.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where you could just watch it over and over again, at least from my end.
And it's got like great, terrible, memorable lines too. Like, he's got space dementia. He has what? The fuck is space dementia?
Well, I like how they have to land on it, and then they have to cruise around on these little stuff to find a particular spot in order to drill and then put the bomb. It's like, okay.
Oh my god. I just remembered Ben Affleck's Oscar moment from the movie.
What?
When he's fucking crying in the elevator as Willis is like, go take care of my little girl. And Affleck is just giving it his all and sucking the whole way to the bank.
Oh, he's so bad.
But then...
What was one of my favorite parts is when they ramped the truck off a cliff. They're like, yeah, we can just do this. And it flies through the air. Right? And I'm like, what are you doing? The plan.
It's the best fucking idea ever got.
It never work. It would never work.
The scene directly after Ben Affleck's Oscar moment is genuinely like tearjerker sad, though, when he's saying goodbye to his daughter. That's like depressing. It's so sad. And it gets me every fucking time, and I hate it. There are 2 tearjerker moments in movies that get me every fucking time. One of them is that, and the other one is in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children when they finally show Aaron's face. Because I'm a sad nerd.
You're cutting out on me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
What happened? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Did we lose him? What?
Hello?
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 Marco.
Hello?
Polo?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Fuck's sake.
Polo?
Yes, we can hear you.
Maybe
It's coming
on
through?
his end. Yes, it's coming through. Anyway.
All right. I mean, okay. Michael Bay's first movie is Bad Boys.
I've never seen Bad Boys.
I've seen it once. Martin.
Never saw it.
Nope.
That was the movie that turned Martin Lawrence and the Fresh Prince into movie stars. Before they were TV stars, then officially movie stars. Yep.
That's all right. Awesome. Good for them.
It's the least Michael Bay movies, I would say.
So there's not many explosions.
Actually, there's a good amount of explosions.
Then it's just
it's funny though. It actually manages to be successfully funny.
That's because it's got Will Smith and Martin Lawrence in it.
Yeah, and it's them, and you can tell that they are just improvising and shit all the time.
So
They're gonna make a
go
Bad
ahead.
Boys movie. Right. Third Bad Boys movie?
Nah.
Nah.
Actually, what they should do is they should have the Bad Boys run into Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
3 black guys and an Asian. That's what they'd call that movie.
The Bad Rush Hour Boys. What?
That's such a bad title.
Going with this. What's happening?
So what directors are worse than Michael Bay, besides Brett Ratner?
Oh, there's plenty of bad directors worse than Michael Bay. I mean, Michael Bay gets a bad rap, for sure.
M. Night Shyamalan.
There you go. There's one, for sure.
Brett Ratner, Paul W.S. Anderson.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy was who directed Boyhood, because he's a pretentious prick.
Richard Linklater.
Yeah, fuck Richard Linklater.
He's a very pretentious filmmaker.
Took 12 years to make.
Ooh.
This movie is aged to perfection.
Oh boy. Any movie that takes a long time to make must be good.
Oh, yeah. Most of the time we just call that development hell, but damn, you made Development Hell the movie.
Starring the most boring lead actor ever. Like
what if the kid had pulled a River Phoenix before shooting was done?
Then that would be the end of the movie, I guess.
He'd just have all this fucking film sitting in his house of an incomplete movie that he wasted 12 years on.
Oh man, that would be insane. Oh, did you hear about Bruce Lee? He's being resurrected for a movie.
What?
They're gonna put in a CG Bruce Lee into a movie in China.
In a live-action movie?
How
Or
could
is
that
it-
possibly go wrong?
Like, are we talking a CG movie?
And not signed off on this. Oh, it's a live action movie.
Oh my god.
And have you heard of Ip Man?
No.
No, I have not.
It's a big hit in China. Ip Man and Ip Man 2 were both huge hits. They came out about the same time as when the Iron Man came out, right? And Ip Man is about the guy who trained Bruce Lee, right? He's Ip Man. So Ip Man 1 and 2, Ip Man 3 is coming out, and there will be Bruce Lee as CG Bruce Lee.
Okay, but
Yeah.
who's making this movie?
Chinese studio.
Is it going to have like a massive budget?
Oh yeah, the first two movies were pretty big, like kung fu Chinese action movie. They were major releases.
Because here's the thing. It sounds like a stupid idea in my opinion, but I am honestly curious if CG is that good. If it's that good, I want to see it done.
In China, though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it going to be any good?
It'll look good.
That'd be funny if
Who
they
knows?
actually managed to pull it off to where it's so good that it actually convinces people who have no clue about the shit they're doing that fucking Bruce Lee actually came back to life.
I want it to be at least as good as the Tupac hologram. Oh, interesting bit of trivia about the Tupac hologram for those of us who remember that. That company went bankrupt after doing that. They had this big virtual reality music tour thing planned with like Elvis and Tupac and all sorts of shit. And then I guess they went broke mysteriously. It was an interesting idea, though, the hologram. The Gorillas have been doing it for a long time, though, so it wasn't that cool.
What do you? Who would be the next? Who's the next actor to be CG?
Robin Williams.
I always thought they did. I always thought they'd do like a CG Michael Jackson in the movie.
But I mean, like, okay, they did a CG Arnold Schwarzenegger. They did a CG Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
And those actors are still alive. But I mean, like, resurrecting another actor, you're gonna see it happen.
I say Robin Williams or Michael Jackson.
You can see that.
I had a weird thought today. I just want to share it. Think about how fucking creepy Michael Jackson's corpse must have looked.
Oh yeah.
I bet it looked like a Roswell autopsy.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
God rest his soul. He was a fucking weird looking guy.
Yeah, and I think rigor mortis set him like a year before he died. Because he was skinny. I saw the documentary about the show he was going to do before he died. He was very skinny.
I've heard a conspiracy theory that his body looked that way because his father chemically castrated him.
What?
His body never matured and his voice never deepened, and all the bizarre things about his physique, other than what he obviously did to himself on his face, was the result of a chemical castration at a young age.
Right. I can understand why Joe Jackson would want him to stay young, right? But he's not exactly Dr. Frankenstein. I don't think he knows how to kick.
You only have to feed a kid a hormone blocker to do that.
Well, let's be honest, that whole family was fucked up, though, especially Joe Jackson.
Yeah, Joe Jackson was amazingly abusive to his kids, so that's one of the only conspiracy theories I've ever heard that I'm like, I actually believe this. This makes a lot of things make sense, actually. Because he didn't look like a man. He never developed a man's body.
Right, but I've also heard that if you have a lot of children, the last boys to be born have less testosterone.
I don't know,
I
but
heard that.
he didn't have the bone structure of an adult, and if anything, as he got older, his voice got higher.
Yeah, that's why he
The
said
only
he
other
got
thing that I can think of, the only other thing I can think of is Michael Jackson was secretly a woman and we didn't know about it.
Well, he and LaToya do look an awful lot alike, don't they?
True that. What if Michael Jackson was a little girl the whole time?
That was the worst issue of Playboy I ever saw, LaToya Jackson. I was like, ew, it's Michael with boobs.
Oh my
That's
God.
what it looks like. Fucking Google it right now. It's Michael with boobs. That's what LaToya looked like in Playboy.
I'm gonna do it. Doing it.
Do it. Just do it. Don't
Doing
let
it.
your nightmares just be nightmares.
LaToya. Playboy. Waiting.
Yeah, that's creepy. I just found the cover art of it. Yeah, no, fuck that.
She looked just like her brother did at the time. He eventually got weirder looking, but at the time, that is exactly what the fuck he looked like in the face.
I think she looks at least a little bit like Janet Jackson.
Well, of course she does,
She's
because
got
Michael
those.
also looks like Janet. They all look like each other. They're brothers and sisters.
That's the thing, though. You don't really hear much about any of the other ones other than Latoya, Janet, and Michael.
Oh, I hear about Tito all the time. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! I saw a recent picture of Latoya.
Does she look bad?
She looks like Michael all the time.
She is the she's the other black sheep of the family.
Oh my God!
It seems like she's always at odds with the rest of her family.
Yeah, definitely. She's oh yikes.
It
Ugh.
could it could he just found it.
Recent pictures of her. Yikes. I don't know.
God, I hope Latoya Jackson never sees this and kills herself because someone looked at her and just goes, ugh.
Oh my God! Just listening to a random podcast.
Latoya, listen, it's okay. You don't look that much like your ghoulish brother. You just used to before he was quite so ghoulish.
Yeah, yeah. You look like your dead brother. That's fine.
You look like your dead brother before he started looking like a monster from a children's book.
Well, younger pictures of her, she looks fine.
I'm wondering, since Paris Jackson already tried to kill herself, is she going to be like the new Jackson train wreck?
I don't know. I would think it would be the kid named Blanket.
Oh, I forgot about Blanket. I never hear about him though.
That reminds me of that South Park episode with Michael Jackson, where he had the arcade in his room and the theme park in the backyard.
Come play with me, Blanket. Come play with me.
Yeah, kid wore a mask in public, which I understand now when I think about it, because really, he was.
Being the kid of
Michael Jackson knew growing up in the public eye wasn't really a good idea. So
Michael Jackson and his whole end of his life is. This is going to sound awful, and I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, but it almost makes me think the whole Star Whackers thing could be true.
The what?
People who kill celebrities who piss off the wrong people.
Oh.
It's just, I don't know. I've seen and heard some recordings of him where he just comes off as very, very, very paranoid about something.
he seems out of.
He seems like he's afraid someone's going to get him.
Well, for someone who is being constantly accused of
Okay.
pedophilia and having to deal with the public eye and media, I would understand why he'd be
That is
paranoid.
true. That is true. I'm going to go on the record and say I don't believe he did that just because I don't believe he had the fucking. I don't believe he had a sex drive.
I don't believe he really had a reason to anyway.
No, I legit don't believe he had a sex drive. This goes into my belief that he was chemically castrated. I don't believe that motherfucker could get a hard on if he wanted to.
But doesn't he have like kids or some shit?
If they're his.
No, well,
I
again,
thought
then
it.
there is fucking.
I thought it came into light that he had an egg and sperm donor.
I don't know. I've never really heard that. Maybe I wouldn't put it past him.
After he died, I could have sworn they said there was actually a sperm donor involved, and I was like, I knew he didn't fuck them chicks.
I always thought Michael was gay, to be honest, for the longest time.
I didn't think he was gay, straight, or anything. I just figured he was a fucking freak that lived in Neverland. By the way, who the hell was shouting like The Rock earlier at your place?
My roommate, because...
I just heard in the background shit like, finally!
Yeah, my roommate and I were finishing up watching the football game that was on for the night.
Oh. You pulled a Mick Foley and watched some football.
Yep.
I think we lost Teddy.
You there, Teddy?
He's probably sitting there talking, doesn't even realize we can't hear him. He's going to come back right at the end of whatever he's saying, and we're going to be like, what?
Yeah. Too bad I wasn't broadcasting earlier when he first joined. I actually saw his face in clear view and clear light. See, we're never going to be able to get that on a broadcast. It always happens when we're not fucking recording.
Yep. Or when the camera's focused on someone else.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hello.
Yep.
You've been missing for about 5 minutes from the show.
Thank you,
And
Mike.
I think I think he just phased out of existence again.
Oh, God.
Mother butt sucker fucking goddamn modern technology shit.
Fucking
I heard Nokia is making a fucking smartphone now that's just as indestructible as the old Nokias.
That'd be nice.
You could like tie a Nokia to the end of a long rope and just swing it around like a warhammer.
I can just imagine like people doing like a old war movie like with knights and swords and castles and shit like that, and just have one motherfucker just bring a fucking Nokia phone on a rope and just do a fucking spoof movie of it.
In the future, in 4,000 years, they're going to think a Nokia was a primitive hammer. The seemingly indestructible device was most likely used to drive large nails through iron.
Yeah.
Kitty.
I've always wondered exactly how indestructible those things are. Like, could they survive, like, being shot at, or would they, like, disintegrate into 1,000 pieces, or...
That's a good question. I should get an old Nokia and go shoot it.
Because, like you said, people say they're, like, pretty much indestructible, and I can vouch for that, because I had an old Nokia phone, and I dropped it off a 6-story window, and hit the concrete, went down, still worked, wasn't broken. I mean, the screen had a little chip in it, but that's about it. So.
Sorry, I'm distracted by my adorable little kitten. Kitty. Little shithead kitty.
Which one's that? The newer one or the...
Yeah, she's a little shithead. The older one became... Hey!
Hey, look, it's the bear.
The bear returns.
Back. Yeah. So what are you talking about? Michael
We were
Jackson?
talking about Michael Jackson, yeah.
And didn't you say you're driving to St. Louis?
Yep.
You should take a detour and stop by here on your way.
Where's that at?
Southeast Iowa.
Chicago to Illinois, or Illinois to Missouri. It's out of the way.
It's like a 2-hour detour. You'll be all right.
maybe next time. 'Cause I'm probably moving down to.
I think we just lost him again.
Alright, well, y'all want to try this another time then? Because it seems like there's been too many fucking issues going on.
Yeah, with him traveling, it's only gonna fucking keep doing this. Because he's gonna keep hitting dead zones with no signal.
Yeah. That's what they need in cars, like just personal built-in Wi-Fi for everybody's car. Hey.
Hey, I don't know what's going on. I probably moving.
You're probably hitting dead zones because you're fucking traveling.
Probably.
Alright, we're gonna try this another time when you're not driving either, because that's not exactly a good thing to try and have you focus on a podcast if you're on the road.
Multitask.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, see y'all later then.
Alright, we'll catch y'all later.
We're quitting? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try this once we have better signal.